guys, this is Marvin from shopsadapage.com, and today we're going to do an unboxing review of one of the most affordable mechanical keyboards out there, the Gigaware K28 Mechanical Keyboard. Let's get to it. Alright guys, so we have here the Gigaware K28 Mechanical Keyboard. Let's see what comes in the package. Okay, so we have here the keyboard itself nicely protected by the soft foam packaging, a wrist rest, a manual, and the keycap puller. The keyboard comes with this nice detachable palm rest. It's not padded, but I still appreciate that it's included. So the keyboard, as you can see, looks quite decent. It's not over the top gamery looking keyboard, and the layout is pretty standard. It does have a nice weight to it, and it also doesn't flex too much, which can indicate some durability that is always appreciated, especially at this price point. The overall design and construction is acceptable for me, except for the glossy finish of the backplate, as you can see here. I would rather prefer a matte black finish or at least a brushed aluminum finish instead of this fingerprint magnet glossy finish. Other than that, I like the overall design. At the back of the keyboard, we can see that the base is made from hard plastic with what looks to be a gamery design. It has two adjustable stands, but unfortunately, it doesn't have rubber feet on it. And then at the bottom, we have these two foam feet that I wish should have been an anti-slip rubber. I'm not sure what this is for, but I think this is just for aesthetics. Now, looking at the side, we can see that the design of the keycaps is quite standard with a concave shape for a more ergonomic design. And it also has this wooden type of pattern on the side. On the front, we can see that the keycaps' height are quite consistent across the board. And lastly, at the back, we can see the non-detachable but well appreciated braided cable. Attaching the palm rest is pretty straightforward. Just slide it in like so and you're all set. In terms of the layout, as I've mentioned, it's quite standard and the fonts are okay and not so obnoxious. It does have a redundant gaming branding though here, which I think isn't necessary. Now, let's move on to the lighting modes, and this keyboard actually has a lot up its sleeve. Aside from the full-on RGB mode, it has 9 different effects including this nice boot up sequence. Let's dim the light a bit so you can see the effects more clearly. You can toggle the light effects by hitting the FN plus SL key. Now, here's the 9 lighting effects for your perusal. Aside from the light effects, it also has 3 levels of brightness that you can toggle by hitting the FN plus down and up arrow keys. It also does have 5 speed adjustment that you can toggle by hitting the FN plus left and right arrow keys. So this is the slowest, and then this is the fastest. If you want to reset the keyboard to factory settings, you can do so by hitting the FN plus the escape key. Now, you might have noticed that the Windows key doesn't light up. This means that the Windows key is unlocked. You can lock it by hitting the FN plus Windows key and it should light up. Speaking of keys, since this is a mechanical keyboard, there is only a certain amount of pressure that you need to actuate the keys without needing to bottom it down, which is a big advantage compared to a membrane keyboard. This means that you can type much faster with higher accuracy. Now, looking closer at the switch for this keyboard, we can see that it uses a blue switch with what it seems to be a stabilizer for the keycaps. Looking even closer, I found out that this switch is a content switch, which I haven't heard of and I can't find anything about it on Google. Anyways, it's quite clicky and tactile as you might expect from a blue switch. When it comes to the keycaps, it uses a double shot keycaps made from ABS plastic with Cherry MX compatible stem as you can see here. So you have a variety of custom keycaps that you can use with this keyboard. In terms of comfort, the palm rest is actually quite useful to elevate your hands for a more comfortable typing experience. But as you can see, it flexes a bit on the standard form. You can easily fix this if you want by raising the keyboard using the stand. Speaking of typing experience, let's do a quick typing test so you can have an idea how the content blue switch sounds. As you can hear, the content blue switch is super clicky and tactile and loud as expected. The typing experience for me personally is decent and for the most part accurate. I'm not a typing expert, so it may also be my fault when I miss some keys, to be honest. But if you want more accurate test, here we go. This keyboard actually features N-key rollover with anti-ghosting, and as per my testing, it actually does just that. I didn't encounter any key conflicts while hitting multiple keys at the same time and hitting another one as you can see here. All keys register as it should be, and that is a good sign especially for playing games that require fast multiple keystrokes at the same time. Speaking of games, as always, I've tested this on multiple games and I didn't encounter any issue, at least for the time being. I asked a lot of people from the Philippine gaming community that actually owns this keyboard with regards to the long-term durability of the keys, and I got a lot of mixed feedback. Some say that the keys fail after several months, and others say it's still working just fine after more than a year. And I guess that's a risk that we have to take about this keyboard considering how cheap it is, for just around 1,000 pesos. But regardless, since this is a mechanical keyboard, you can easily swap switches on the long run if you deem necessary. So in conclusion, aside from the risk I've mentioned with regards to the durability factor, I feel like this keyboard is still worth trying, especially if you're on a very tight budget but still want to get a mechanical keyboard. The overall design and build of this keyboard is good, the lighting effects are well appreciated, and the satisfying, clicky and tactile blue switch, even if it's just a clone switch, is still far more superior than a membrane keyboard when it comes to the overall experience. And there you have it guys, thank you for watching. If you're interested to get this keyboard, please use the link on the description below. Also check the full article link below as well. Subscribe if you like this, and see you next time. Thank you, have a great day.